welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back to another video, and welcome to the day where we're revealing our second new Duramax on the channel in 1 week. You guys missed the last upload. It was a good one. I surprised my best friend Jake with that LBZ Duramax right there. She's a gem, she's clean, and she already looks so damn good. You guys missed that upload. You're definitely not gonna wanna miss Jake's reaction. Wow. I'm gonna put that right up here at the top corner of the video. Go ahead and click on it after you watch this one. So in today's video, we're revealing another Duramax. It's a very special Duramax because it's going to tell a very special story. I don't even know where to start on this one, guys. It's gonna pull on my heartstrings some. It's going to be the 2.0 version of ultimately what started this YouTube channel. So if you've been with me from the beginning, I just need to take a minute and say thank you. It's you that showed up week in and week out in the videos that I would say were original, because I didn't even know how to make them at the time. I was doing something that I really stepped out of the comfort zone with, truly because I just wanted to meet new people. It was a truck that was kind of at the face of the reason why you continued to visit the channel and the channel started to grow. I gotta just say thank you guys so much for the day in and day out endowed support that you show, not only to this YouTube channel, but also to the brand and the motto and the desire to do more of what drives you. We're all on the mission to live our best life. And ultimately, YouTube for me is just an outlet that I can share me trying to achieve those dreams with all of you to hopefully inspire you guys to go off and do a little bit more of what drives you. Just remind yourself every single day, why do you go to work? It's probably to play, and you can achieve anything that it is that you want to. We're about to embark on a really exciting adventure in the next build on the channel, and it's right over here in front of me. Really bring back the feels to those original individuals that were with the channel while the OG Duramax was around. And it's going to be what I never got to accomplish for the OG Duramax. Now, not to soil a surprise, but it is not that L5P Duramax that I shared on Instagram that was for sale over at Lime Ridge about a week ago. You know, that one with 467 miles, also the one that we shared in this video. If you hadn't seen it, you'll watch the video after this and you'll see what I'm talking about, but it was a mint 2019 L5P Duramax, 467 miles on it. I was actually going to buy that truck, but then this one appeared, and I went with this one for a few specific reasons. If you're an OG, you'll understand why. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you the foundation for OG 2.0. Here it is, my friends. This is a crazy moment. I have waited for this day since, honestly, I handed over the keys and the title and a $5,000 check to Amy, the winner of Dream Diesel Giveaway number 4, the one that's taken my truck and has loved it with her family and her husband ever since she took possession of it. This right here is an extremely exciting moment because this is the beginning of OG 2.0, a whole new series on the channel where we are going to essentially build the Duramax that I always wanted to build. I just didn't have the resources to do at the time. I spent 4.5 years with the OG Duramax. I started my Instagram with that Duramax purely just to share the build that I knew I wanted to accomplish. I had something in my mind and I wanted to put it out on the internet, not for anything other than just connecting with like-minded individuals. I gained a little bit of traction on social media under the DURTYMAX account. If you haven't followed me, I'll have that information in the description or right here. And it started to grow and grow and grow. And then I moved to Lancaster County with that truck, my wife, and my dog Otto. And it was at that time that I learned about YouTube. So I started a YouTube channel with, I think it was right about 19,000 subscribers on Instagram. YouTube started to become this outlet where I was just linking up more efficiently with like-minded people, not only through the subscriber base that you represent, that you make up, which I'm so grateful for, but also physically in person. For instance, Lime Ridge. All of my dreams were starting to come true because I was meeting these awesome people. And yes, I was kind of the motor that was propelling it forward, but the bow of that ship was very much my 2015 LML LTZ Duramax that did not have a sunroof, which this truck is, as a matter of fact. The sunroof joke is obviously one that I always say on the channel. Jake and I were joking about it when, of course, we got him this truck. Lucifer's got it, which one of you guys is gonna be taking home. My 2020 Platinum has one back there. I obviously love sunroofs. I actually didn't want a sunroof for this build. It's just one of those little things that really doesn't even matter. There's a lot more reasons that I ended up going with this truck other than that L5P Duramax. Well, to begin, it's because this is an LML, a true LML at that, and it's a first-gen LML. First-gen LML Duramaxes are a little bit different than the second gens. There's a 2015 and a half. Really, the only differences were some upgrades in infotainment, and they came with the new style tow mirrors. You can see this one has the old style tow mirrors, and that is what makes this story so special. That Duramax was so much to me. It was really a truck that I should have never bought. I couldn't really afford it at the time. I was living with my parents, working at General Motors. Rather than saving my money for a house, I decided to spend my money on something that I'd always wanted and aspired to want, and I was going to work to afford. which was a Duramax. And I know a lot of you guys are in similar positions where you just really want that dream truck. And you say to yourself, you know what, I work so hard for my money. Why don't I spend it on what I want? And I support you in that. Make smart financial decisions, obviously. Don't get too in over your head. I wasn't in over my head. I just could have probably done something better with the money at the time, but I'm glad that I ended up following my dreams. And I think that everything is meant to happen for a reason. So I bought that 2015 Duramax and I wanted to build it. I wanted to lift it with a Cognito 4 to 6 inch lift. I wanted some 20x12s. I wanted a set of 305 55s, and I wanted that thing to just be awesome. It was one of the first 2015s that kind of surfaced on social media, aside with my West Coast counterpart, D-Max Rhino. D-Max and I have become great friends. I visited that guy multiple times in California. His old guest bedroom, I guess not at Rhino Ranch, but his first place, was kind of like my home away from home and away. I met so many amazing people through that truck, and it's really the catalyst that got me to where I am today. One truck made that big of a difference in my life. So as time's passed since I haven't had that Duramax, I have only ever dreamt and looked forward to building another one in commemoration of that truck because it was that special to me. It's funny, out of all the trucks that I've had, and I've had a lot of trucks, and all of them are awesome, including Lucifer right there, there's just something about the Great White Buffalo, the one that got away. And I'd always wanted to build another one. And that's why we start with this platform right here. So I'm sorry, I had to give you guys a little bit of a context, kind of a baseline story, so you know what we're going into with this one. We're essentially building an OG 2.0, except this one, we're not gonna hold ourselves back on. The resources are available, and we're gonna do everything to this truck that I was never able to do to my first. So boys and girls, what we're looking at here is essentially the exact same truck as my OG. This is a 2015 LTZ LML Duramax, and there's a few reasons why I went with this truck over that L5P. The first thing is, I already harped on, I hate repeating myself on the vlog, is the fact that it is a 2015 and it's an LTZ. It's not a high country and it does not have a sunroof. I almost wanted that. You might say I'm crazy. The sunroof is awesome, obviously. It doesn't make or break a truck though. Most of the time the sunroofs are honestly closed because if I'm not repping my enthusiast hat, which I am most of the time, you get sun down in between your sunglasses. Nice to have, but not a deal breaker. It's an LML Duramax. I couldn't go with an L5P. I could see bringing back the OG as an L5P, but it really wouldn't be the same foundation. This one is. Reason number 3, it's already got whirly fab piping, it's got an upgraded injection pump, and it's got an upgraded VGT charger. Here in the Valley is a Fleece Cheetah 63.5mm drop-in VGT turbo. There in the Valley is a 10mm upgraded CP3 injection fuel pump. Here surrounding, up radiator hose, intake, driver and passenger side intercooler piping from whirly fab. Hey OGs, does this thing ring a bell or what? So my guys and gals that don't know, the LML Duramax, the OG LML had a Stealth 64, it had an Exergy Sportsman, and all that same whirly piping, just a different color. So when this one surfaced, I knew that it was the perfect foundation for what I wanted to accomplish with this project. The Fleece Cheetah 63 and the Stealth 64 are essentially the exact same turbo, it's just they're sold through different businesses. The Exergy 10mm is essentially what the Exergy Sportsman was, except the Sportsman moves fuel essentially at the rate of a stock CP3, the 10mm moves more fuel, which to me was the perfect upgrade for the things that I always wanted to accomplish with my LML, I just never was able to. And lastly, the similarities here are the fact that this truck was very much babied by its original owner. This thing was that guy's pride and joy. We actually sent Jake all the way down to Alabama to buy it because it was that much of a gem and it made that much sense to do so. To reinforce my point, the original owner of this truck took the scheduled maintenance intervals, oil changes, filter changes, etc., and decided to cut them in half just because he liked that much assurance and peace of mind. And fun little fact, I did the same thing with my OG Duramax, and I still do with all of our trucks, just because I care that much about them. Material objects to most, sentimental objects to me. It even has the front license plate mounting bracket, which mine came with because I bought my truck in New Jersey, and state law mandates that OEM manufacturers that send their vehicles to states that require front license plates do it from the factory. Kind of a sweet spot, if I do say so myself, to mount up the enthusiast plate. I absolutely love living out in foreign country. It is the best. Surrounded by diesel enthusiasts is a wonderful thing. Okay, now some of the differences. Just a few subtle ones, not make or break. The first thing is this truck is a Z71, meaning that it comes with a few things that mine didn't. First is this Z71 grille. Same design as the LTZ grille, except we have the Z71 badge, and the horizontal bars, rather than being chrome, are black. The gauge cluster is also a little bit different. It comes with this kind of carbon fiber-esque diamond plate, if you will, styled cluster and says Z71. It also happens to have a black interior. Mine was Cocoa Dune. and it's got a sliding rear window, but everything else is the same. Factory spray and bed liner, some Recon taillights that we may or may not be putting on it, B&W gooseneck hitch. So yes, we can hook up to my gooseneck with this thing. It was meant to be, 100% meant to be. There was really no way that I was gonna deviate from buying that 19 L5P until we found this truck right here. And I knew in my gut, I make a lot of decisions with my gut, by the way. It tells you what feels right versus wrong, that this is the right decision. Now, I've been keeping this truck a little bit of a secret for you guys for the last few days. I've been driving it around and I've just been truly embracing the nostalgia. It's really insane. Getting back behind the wheel of this truck literally makes me feel like I am in the OG. And it brings back all those really, really awesome memories. Being an enthusiast to me is a lifestyle, and it's really incredible all the memories that we create getting that windshield time. Picked up my first dog in that truck, moved to my first state in that truck, moved to a new area in that truck, bought a house in that truck, and the list just goes on and on and on. And one of my biggest objectives in life is to never lose sight of where I came from. Kind of like Gavin It's Just a Six says, I love that motto, I love that meaning. It's very important. Complacency and stagnation are the enemy in life, and you always want to grind hard and stay humble. It's kind of funny how a truck brings back all those feelings. And I'm sure a lot of you guys right now that have been following this channel for a while and have stuck with me over the years are feeling the exact same way because you were with me and that truck and the channel when all of this was in its infancy. I'm really excited about this, guys, if you can't tell. Now, a few of the other mods on this truck are as follows. It's got an Edge CTS monitor that's built into the dash. Very, very nice setup. It's got these 3-step running boards on the side. The truck is running on some 35 11.5 R20 Nitto Ridge grapplers, and they are on the factory 5-spoke 20s. And the truck is reverse leveled. I don't know who by, but it's dropped down in the back about 2 inches. It also sounds absolutely fantastic through the exhaust that the previous owner had installed. It sounds so freaking good, bro.
It's what the people want.
Since we found this thing, bro, I've just been thinking about all the thoughts that, like, this first truck meant. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, think about it. If I didn't have my LML, probably would have just been a normal guy in the gym here. Wouldn't even have become friends.
Yeah, seriously. You would have just been that other asshole in the gym.
I know.
And now here we are. Wow.
Dude, all that. Dude, I'm telling you, man, the truck community is the greatest thing in the world. Does that not sound so familiar? It is insane. The Cheetah 63 has to be one of the greatest sounding turbos of all times. Right up there next to the Stealth 64, they don't beat one another because essentially they're the exact same turbo. It is insane the feels that that sound brings back, guys. Unbelievable. It sounds so good and it drives so good. That's why I've been truthfully driving this thing as my new daily. Aside from Lucifer, it's been kind of tough to pick between this one and that one for obvious reasons over the last few days because I'm just in heaven right now. Staring at two K2XX body styles sitting here in my driveway right now with an LBZ Duramax. DURTYMAX Jack is back. Honestly though, guys, name a better Duramax trio. LML, L5P, and LBZ. These are the kings right here, and it's a blessing to have all of them sitting right here in my driveway, right in front of us right now, all at the same time. We've got a lot of diesel legends up here right now. 1,000 horsepower Cummins, 2020 dually, and these three powerhouses. Wow. That's all we're talking about in today's video, guys. I really don't want to do anything else. I want to embrace this series. I'm so excited to get started. We've actually got a decent amount of parts that are going to be going into this thing. If you guys followed the channel back in the day, now is your time to comment and let me know. What did you want to see to my original OG that I never actually got to do? We also need some suggestions on powder coat colors. And I want this to be a community weigh-in. We had two colors on the OG Duramax. It was Frost Orange up under the hood on that Stealth 64 Whirly Fab combo. For that, it was the S369, and that was Illusion Purple. Purple traction bars to match the Illusion Purple up under the hood. And then when we went to the Frost Orange, it was actually white traction bars on the exterior. I'm gonna avoid those colors. I wanna do something just a little bit different because we've had those colors already. What colors would you want to see? I don't only want you to suggest your favorite, I want all of you to go down into the comments and rank your favorite suggestion up. Liked comments float to the top. So remember, this is a community effort, and your contributions, your involvement, and your feedback are extremely important to me. So drop those comments and rank those comments below. If you have any other suggestions about things that you wanted to see done to the OG that never got done other than powder coat colors, also make your contributions below. I think a lot of people are gonna be reading your comments, and I think we'd all love to see what you're thinking. Also guys, just a quick little update. We are still waiting to hear back from Compliance Sweepstakes Services for the 8 winners of Dream Diesel giveaway number 17. The truck, the bike, the 3 PlayStations, and the 3 Xboxes are still to be claimed. The big question is, are you gonna be one of 8? Only time will tell. And Dream Diesel giveaway number 18 is soon to launch. It's going to be launching tentatively, which means we're not set in stone yet, right towards the end of May 2021. We're super excited about it. All right, that's really exciting news and all, but this is also equally as exciting. Sarge is coming together really quickly.
No rush, go on, he's done. Back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love into peace and gloves. Now you got a deal right now. No rush, go on, he's done. Back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love into peace and now you got a deal right now.
And I don't want you guys to miss a single beat, because this truck's looked amazing taken apart. Once it's all together, you're not gonna be able to believe your eyes. I don't think I'm gonna be able to believe my eyes. I got so much work to get done though, and I got all the parts that I need to get it done. And you know what that means. Let's get it, boys. Progress is real on Sarge today here at the shop, guys. I'm sorry I haven't filmed too much, but I hope you enjoyed that little episode of us montaging the crap out of getting work done. I'm really excited because this pile is getting smaller and this truck's actually getting put back together. Check out the way this thing looks. It's unbelievable. Give you guys the frontward perspective. Bumper on, headlights on, little dirty. Haven't cleaned them up yet just because we're still trying to kind of reassemble everything. We've got our 4-wheel drive valance installed. We took the cut valance that was on this thing off. I think the 4-wheel drive valance benefits this truck tremendously because it's so large. It has all of these other big body panels, and that valance really just does the front end of these 450s a lot more justice than the 2-wheel drive one. Personal opinion, I know some of you guys might beg to differ, but I'm really happy with the way that that turned out. Left that black textured plastic because we do have black textured accents all around this truck, including like the eyelets right here on the grill, some of the actual grill backing, and of course the front bumper step pad inserts, etc. You guys kind of get the point. Headlights turned out freaking phenomenal. We've got our clears, side markers, and center LED strips in. What's nice is these are actually white lights, so everything is white LED right now. Boost auto part LED switchbacks installed. These are white and then switch back to turn signal. Paint to match stenciled out. Black painted mirrors, sanded smooth, looking freaking amazing. Our military greens, our gloss army green caps. That combination right there is freaking sweet. Working on getting the cab lights reinstalled right now with the black roof. All the black and green is really coming together on this thing, and I'm so proud of how it looks. And then on the back end here, a nice little mod. We actually took the factory exhaust off and got it powder coated with a heat resistant powder coating to really get rid of all that chrome. Although the platinum has that signature polished tip, we figured a gloss black polished tip would be even more elite because you just don't see them like that. We've got our side markers on, red in the back, clear in the front. These have actually been stenciled and paint to match. Little details go a long way. The devil's in the details. Tail lights are back and installed. We didn't tint these out completely. We wanted to let some red in the back. Super tinted tail lights are okay, but I really didn't think that that would really fit this build. We wanted to kind of just do something subtle because the red definitely wouldn't have worked. And last but not least, our door handles are on. A few more things here and there, and then I'm gonna be driving this truck every single freaking day for as long as I possibly can because I'm so excited to get it on the road. One of the last details that I'm looking forward to getting put on are the center caps and the spiked 33mm lug nut covers. Look at how nasty these things look. Let's pull a loose one out here. Are you kidding me right now? That is one of the sickest things I've ever seen. Married up to this American Force wheel. Yeah, you guys get the gist, but that's just gonna have to wait for another vlog because I still need to get to work on wiring up all these rock lights. We've got 18 rock lights going in on this truck right now, 2 in each wheel well, 2 in the front, 3 on the sides, 2 in the rear to get to 18 total. It's definitely gonna light this thing up nice. As we typically do in the F450s, we'll connect all these to the onboard auxiliary switches that come from factory, and it is either position number 5 or 6 in the overhead switch column there, so we're ready to rock and roll. So that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, tap that subscribe button, like button, notification bell if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all in the next upload.